everyone. And what a great Monday it is for you, me, and America. Because our audience is back. You heard them. Take that, Wuhan lab. I don't feel very well. And we're in a brand new studio. Yeah. So they tell me, although I did find one of Chris Wallace's old toupees in my dressing room. Smelled. But no more taping from the men's room at Denny's, though I'll leave those cameras up just in case. But check this place out. Let's do a sweep around here. How beautiful is this, huh? Yeah. They did a great job, an amazing job. I haven't been this excited since Geraldo removed all his clothes to get a booster shot on his left arm. Yeah, he couldn't just roll up his sleeve. He's the only person I know who takes his shirt off while getting a pedicure. You should see what he did for his colonoscopy. Or as he called it, exploring Al Capone's vault. Never let him forget it. But tonight we got great guests, right? Mike Rose here tonight. Talk about a guy who loves to roll up his sleeves.
Oh, come on.
But he looks great rolling up anything, including a dead body in an area rug. Who hasn't been there? And there's the great John Taffer. He's been in more hairy dives than Jacques Cousteau. And he's closed more dingy bars than Cat Timph on St. Patrick's Day. We're also happy to be back at work. Unlike a group of Apple employees who claim it's racist to force them to return to a physical office. Again, wouldn't it just be easier at this point if these babies listed the things they don't think are racist? But they claim that in-person work would make Apple's workforce whiter, more male-dominated, and less diverse. They're called Apple Together, which is odd given they prefer to remain apart. The employees wrote an open letter condemning returning to work after their CEO, Tim Cook, announced they would need to work in the office 1 day a week. Yeah, 1 day a week. What we call Biden hours. And Cook said they would ramp up from 1 to 3 days a week. Yeah, 3 by mid-May. 3 days, can you imagine? If this keeps up, by 2024, they'll have to show up 5 days a week. This group is all about the oppressed, apparently, except for the 12-year-old Chinese girl chained to her workbench for 15 hours without a pee break assembling iPhones. Of course, you won't hear Apple Together saying they'll give up their cushy jobs and turn them over to the underprivileged. But tonight's monologue isn't about Apple. It's about feelings, nothing more than feelings. We've become a culture that's decided that feelings cannot be questioned. So we allow false concerns to muscle out real concerns. Now they're no longer just employees, they're victims. Just think how dehydrated they could get from all that air conditioning. So why is this important? Well, my guests did not get to where they were in life based on protecting one's feelings. And unlike me, not because of their good looks. No, they make things work based on harsh sobriety. Fact is, every hard job usually doesn't consider one's feelings, unless that feeling is your thumb being sliced by a rotary blade. And even then, I'd say, put that thumb in your pocket and finish the job, and then you can go to the ER. But in work that keeps society from literally crumbling, you shouldn't be relying on feelings at all. I don't want to drive across a bridge whose architect found out his wife was cheating, so out of anger, he chooses balsa wood for the support beams. See, the bridges, they have to stay up. And for that, you don't need emotion, you need engineering. Engineers are what make the world go round. They made it possible for those Apple employees to whine all day because engineers already did the heavy lifting. Now, it wouldn't be such a problem if these emotive dopes stuck to occupations that don't affect the rest of us, like being a producer at the Seth Meyers show or the vice president. But the problem is they aren't. They're getting jobs at Apple, which makes things. They get jobs at Disney, which entertains kids. They get jobs everywhere, and they bring their idiocy with them. It's not a big deal if it's Netflix, but if they're supposed to make a sturdy bridge, that's scary. I mean, we're at the point where someone can argue that 2 + 2 isn't really 4, but it could and may identify as 5. And why can't a number be non-binary? Just like my math teacher who only shaved half her head. Imagine if other occupations worked from home.
Joe's Plumbing. You log 'em, we unclog 'em.
Look, you gotta help me, okay? My toilet is spraying water everywhere.
Oh, okay. No problem. We can do this on Zoom. Just hold your laptop over the bowl. And what's your toilet's password?
Password? It's a toilet.
Oh, it looks like what you got there is a toilet spraying water. Tell you what, unplug it, wait about 5 minutes, then plug it back in. That'll be $500 for the consultation. I gotta go. Mike Rowe's online too. Stupid broads.
So, today let's celebrate work and the people who do it. They close their mouths, roll up their sleeves, and they get the job done. They do the math, so we don't have to. Let's welcome tonight's guest. He's my favorite Rowe after Corn, Spare, and Isometric. Host of How America Works on Fox Business, Mike Rowe. He knows rescuing bars like I know getting thrown out of them. Host of Bar Rescue on the Paramount Network and author of the great new book, The Power of Conflict, John Tapper. She's like her checking account, always unbalanced. Fox News contributor Kat Timm. And at his height, all fruit is low-hanging fruit. My massive sidekick in the NWA World Television Champion, Tyrus. Welcome to the first night of this,
Greg,
John.
Greg, just quickly, we have Taffer and Mike Rowe on. This is like the guyest guy town of all guy towns.
I like this guy town.
You know, this is a guy town,
This is a man town.
night. I think we have something to celebrate it.
Guy Town, providing for your family and paying bills. Then you grill a steak, chopping wood with your shirt off, and volunteering because it's important to get back to your community with John, Mike, Tyrus, and Greg. Ultimate Guy Town!
Guy town. So, John, welcome to Guy Town. The Power of Conflict. Okay, this book goes against everything I just did in the monologue. No one wants to talk back, or no one wants to engage people for fear of being called names. How would you advise Tim Cook?
I think Tim Cook should speak back.
Yeah.
I mean, we have to say what we believe. If we all stop saying what we believe disappears. Mm-hmm. So how do we protect what we believe if we don't speak up? So the purpose of the book was to give people the tools they need to have the confidence to speak up and stick up for the things that are important to them.
Mm-hmm. Any good bars you've been to lately?
Unfortunately, the past couple of weeks I've been in production, so no. The worst bars I've ever seen.
Geez, well.
Just gets worse and worse, Mike.
Pain is real.
Yeah, the pain is real. Mike, you know, clearly COVID has changed the way we work, but one day in the office, that is kind of a hardship. Don't you agree?
It's going to be fun to watch how this plays out, honestly. I mean, with respect to Tim and a lot of other people in his position, you know, they're the clouds from which the snowflakes fell.
Yes.
Right? And so we're dealing in a weird way, and I say this with great respect, but I read everything that Apple Together sent, and it's a list of demands. Right? They didn't pick up the phone and say, Mr. Cook, we'd love to sit down with you and talk about some ideas regarding work-life balance and so forth. They listed demands. And so what's he going to do?
Yeah.
You know, when a kid throws a temper tantrum, what does the parent do? Do you negotiate with a terrorist, right? What do you do with... So he's in a situation right now, and I have no idea what his move is going to be, but I'm pretty sure that if the employees are allowed to determine when they work, how much they work, and what they do, guys like Tim are going to think twice before starting a business.
Yeah, I would not want to start a business right now unless it's like something really cool. You know, like making dune buggies.
The fact is, buildings aren't prejudice. People are.
Yes. Yeah.
Buildings are not prejudice.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know why. Like, the thing that kills me about this, Tyrus, is that they actually have a certain amount of privilege in that they have a job that allows them not to have to travel. A plumber does not have work-at-home privileges.
Neither do I.
No, you don't. You have to, yeah, by the way, you commute pretty far.
Yeah, in a plane.
Yes, exactly. Exactly.
And you never told me I could just come in one day.
Although you did for a while.
Yeah, I did. Boy, that was a hell of a run. You know, a couple things. The word racist keeps coming up, right? Racist, racist. They made a statement that if we brought people into work, that it would become racist because all the white guys would show up. I'm going to say that again. If
That's so good.
we all have to come to work, the only ones who show up to work are white guys.
Yes.
So do we have the definition? Because they clearly don't know what a racist is. Do we have the dictionary, the definition for racist?
Yes.
Does everyone see it? Basically, I can't have my glasses on, but I'm assuming it says something to the effect when you don't like people who don't look like you or think like you, right? Correct? And let's see the woke's version of racism.
Or the joke version of racism.
Yeah, I read that statement so many times because they said it was racist, and I kept waiting to see why. And I was like, can I not read? But they just didn't put a reason why, which I think they used to at least make something up or say, oh, it's racist because of this or that, or this history of this word used to be used this way and this other. They didn't even try. They just said, it's racist.
It also benefits the neuronormative. Remember that?
Yeah, what's that?
Yeah, neurotypical, which, like, as someone who's obviously not neurotypical, I make it to work every day.
That is true. It's amazing you get to work.
It really is.
I don't know how you do it.
Speaking of amazing, do we
It's harder on some mornings than others.
But, you know, Mike raises a good point, and even in my book we talk. Conflict is sitting down and engaging with people.
Exactly.
Talking to them, not giving them ultimatums.
And not sitting at home.
That's not the way to start a discussion.
Exactly.
Yeah, but their parents did their discussing for them, the bulldozing. And then they get in the real world and someone asks them a question and they're like, Mom?
Yeah.
That's why no one says anything. But
do you know during a job review once, a guy where I work brought his parents?
yes, he did.
That was in the 90s. I don't know what happened after that.
You know what else you said that was really smart?
What?
When you were talking about bridge building and engineering, and I get these every so often, somebody offers me an honorary degree, right? You go to a college and you say some words.
Happens to me all the time.
You get,
Yeah.
it's gone. I mean, everybody's getting one. And you don't see honorary degrees in electric.
That's true.
You don't see them in trade schools.
You know
That's what I want. I
It's
want
like
an honorary
Like,
plumber.
I want to be an honorary doctor just
Yeah.
to give it a shot, you know?
Yeah, it's kind of like, you know, I'm not going to have Dr. Jill operate on me. Of course, if she is a doctor. She is a doctor. But she's not removing my gallbladder. Unless she
She's
wants
not going to show up to work anyways because only white guys show up
Yeah.
to work. I would punch if I was at a Black Panther rally and my brother stood up and we ain't going because only white people show up to work. He would be kicked out.
Yes, he would.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.